I think the cutest family member that you can have is going to be covered in fur and have 4 paws. And Josh from Nuzzles Co. has just the perfect one for you. And if this does not melt your heart, I do not know what will. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. Look who I've got here.
Look at that teeny tiny little thing.
Can you hear those little squeaks?
Yeah, the little
Or-
squeaks and the bottle feeding and the my whole heart and soul right now is just like enamored by this kitten.
So I have Bumble and Sprout. Sprout, one of them is on the side over here because they're pretty wiggly, and it's actually sort of hard to hold two of them at once. These two are just young little bottle babies. They came to us from Summit County as part of the Safe Kitten program. Somebody found these guys, brought them to Summit County, and as part of the Safe Kitten program, what happens is they come to us and we immediately find fosters for them. When kittens are still like breastfeeding, the best place for them is with their mom, obviously. But if for some reason they end up with a shelter or Nuzzles, first thing we want to do is get them into a foster home because these cats need around the clock attention.
And before we started this interview, while we were kind of off camera just talking a little bit, you could see that you were trying to bottle feed one of the kittens. And that's a lot of work because anything that is in that kind of still newborn phase of life, it eats, it sleeps, and it poops. And it does the same thing all the time.
Those are the things. Those are the things that it does. Here's the tiny little bottle, and I was trying to kind of make this happen, but um, right now there's a lot of wiggles going on, and I don't think we're going to be successful in that right now. And now they're talking to each other.
Oh, like you can just see the mouth moving for those cute little squeaks. Oh my goodness. Hi. Oh, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Now, it is kitten season because there are a lot of fresh kittens coming out of the woodworks, and especially if you're someone who maybe has barn cats, you're starting to see a lot of kittens emerge on your property. Now, if people are interested in adopting a kitten, how can they go through the process to get their hands on one of these perfect little fur balls?
I mean, these fur balls are a little bit too small for adoption. We wait till they're at least 8 weeks old before we put them before the vet to see if they're ready for spay neuter. But they have to have a certain amount of weight and be at least 8 weeks old. You're so cute. Um, but as soon as a cat is available, they go up on our website and you can find them there. But we do have a need for fosters when it comes to kitten season. You're right. As soon as it warms up and the sun is out more often, the cats start breeding. And a couple of things. One is if you find kittens in the wild, there's a chance that their mom is probably hunting or hiding from you. So don't initially just go and grab them. They could be actually in perfectly where they need to be. But keep an eye on them. If they're dirty and they look like they're in bad shape, that's when you would probably want to intervene by calling like animal control. And if you do pay attention to them and you don't see a mom show up in like 5 hours, then that's probably another sign that they've maybe need some assistance from us. And then when they come to us, the best thing is to get them right into a foster. So our vet staff will take a look at them and then we'll immediately start making some phone calls and get them into a home where they can get that around the clock care because they eat, poop, and sleep and they need people to feed them when mama's not around.
They need people to feed them, and also it's good socialization for them to be in the situation like this kitten is in right now, where you're handling them and you're touching them a lot, just so that that's something they're used to, so you don't bring a cat home that is then timid in being in your home or with humans.
You're right. If cats don't have like a positive human interaction by the time they're about 4 months old, then the chances are that they're better off being a community cat. And a community cat is just a cat that lives in your community. Sometimes that's the best place for a cat if they're living in their cat colony out in the wild. Um, Community cat is the preferred term. They're not homeless because their home is the community.
Which is so cool, and we live in such a pet-friendly and loving area for that to even be a possibility. Now, you've got these two tiny little nuggets, but let's talk about what the foster process is like, and if someone is interested in helping foster some kittens, what they can expect as they're going into it.
Thought we'd get this in stereo now with two of them.
Right.
For fostering, you can go to how to help on our website, and there's information about what fostering looks like. And then you want to email us foster@nuzzlesandco.org. That'll go to our foster director, our director of operations, actually, and she can find out what you're looking for. And if it's kittens, just say, hey, we know it's kitten season. We want to get involved with cats. And and let her know, and we'll hook you up with some kittens just like this. Wow, I've got my hands full here.
Yeah, you do. Even just watching this is like so entertaining, but in the cutest way possible. It's like watching one of those cartoons where you're just like enthralled by the baby animals that are on the screen. Now, you obviously do have your hands full, but you guys have a lot of kittens, and something else that people should be watching for right now is if there's a bag on the side of the road that is maybe making some noises, they should check it out because people unfortunately do that.
Bags and boxes are the two things that I would look at, side of the road, and sadly by dumpsters behind grocery stores, things like that. We have had dogs brought to us, puppies brought to us, kittens brought to us because people have found them abandoned that way. And that's obviously the animal that needs to be rescued. Those are the ones that are most in need right there.
Look at these teeny tiny little fluff balls. They're so cute with their like baby kitten fur, how it's just so soft and staticky almost.
They always look like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Seriously, and they're so cute and like what a good brother sister combo. Now, it is a lot of work and they are absolutely adorable. So, in a few weeks, these kittens will be up for adoption where people can welcome them into their forever homes, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Once they weigh enough and they're at least 8 weeks old, we look at putting them before the vet, and obviously we're maintaining. We're continuing to look at them, give them shots as needed. But once they reach that point, they're up for adoption, and they'll have some nice socialization because they're getting a lot of around the clock care right now.
Which is so important, and especially for these rescue animals, to just make sure that they're going to the best homes possible. And you guys do such a good job. Now, you also cover all the medical, so they will be spayed, neutered, microchipped, and up to date on their shots, correct?
100%. Yeah, like because we're pulling animals from areas that are overcrowded or just trying to get population under control, all our animals have to be spay neutered and microchipped before they are put up for adoption.
Oh my gosh, look at their teeny tiny little mouths as they're trying to make some noise. Now, you guys take in a lot of animals and you guys have a lot of res dogs. So if people are maybe not interested in a kitten, but they're interested in fostering or adopting dogs, that's also something you offer.
Correct. So again, the foster program, you can go to ways to get involved on our website. For fostering, it's foster@nuzzlesandco.org. For volunteer, it's volunteer@nuzzlesandco.org. Just email those. And then this Saturday, we're having our baby shower at our adoption center where we're asking to help support kittens and puppies. And we're doing some posts this week that are saying, here's our Amazon wish list, here's our needs for kitten food and formula and things like that. So that's another way you can get involved is kind of watch our social media, look for the ways to get involved. And today being Saturday, like maybe stop by the adoption center.
Which I think is so incredible, and who doesn't love a good baby shower, and especially if the baby shower involves getting to love on puppies and kittens, since I know you guys have quite a few puppies right now. So if people are interested in attending the event, buying some things, bringing them to you on the Amazon wish list, where can they find the Adoption Center?
Adoption center is at the outlets in Park City, so Kimball Junction area. And it's kind of in that middle, in between the lower and upper area. I'm getting some rowdy kitties here. So yeah, outlet malls in Park City. Outlets in Park City.
Josh, since you have your hands full, I'm going to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, introducing us to these adorable little babies, and thanks for all the hard work that you do because animals everywhere, or animals and animal lovers everywhere, are very appreciative of you and your hard work.
As always, thanks for having us. It's always a pleasure to warm my beard up with some cute little animals here and say hi to everybody.
I can't even get over that last shot. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen. Josh, thank you again so much.
You're welcome. Have a great one. We'll see you next week.
Make sure that you check out Nuzzles Co. and follow along on their Instagram and their social media platforms. That way you can see exactly what they need on their wish list. You, by just donating one little thing that they have on their wish list, is going to help save so many animals from some troubling situations. We're about to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.